I'm Miss Aili from the Yonkers Library in New York, but for now I'm at home with all of my favorite books, and I'd like to share them with you. First, let's sing our welcome song. Welcome, welcome everyone. Now you're here, let's have some fun. Stories old and stories new. Fun for me and fun for you. Welcome, welcome everyone. Now you're here, let's have some fun. Today, we are reading about some very naughty rats who like their pies and buns and cakes. And the first story is from Richard Scarry's funniest storybook ever. And it's about Uncle Willie and the pirates. Not a soul dared to go sailing. Do you know why? There was a wicked band of pirates about, and they would steal anything they could get their hands on. But Uncle Willie wasn't afraid. "They won't bother me," he said. He dropped his anchor near a deserted island. Auntie Pastry had baked him a pie for his lunch. "I think I will have a little nap before I eat my pie," said Uncle Willie to himself. Uncle Willie went to sleep. Zzz. What is that I see climbing on board? A pirate! And another! And another! Pirates, Uncle Willie! Uh-oh. But Uncle Willie couldn't do a thing. There were just too many pirates. First, they put Uncle Willie on the deserted island. Then they started to eat his pie. Delicious, they all said. Uncle Willie was furious. He didn't care so much about the pie, but he needed his boat if he was ever going to get home again. Then Uncle Willie had an idea. He gathered some branches, some seashells, and some long beach grass. He wove the beach grass into a kind of cloth. Then he tied some seashells onto the branches and made a ferocious-looking mouth. He tied the grass cloth to the mouth, then attached some seashell eyes. By the time he tied on a spiky palm leaf, he had made a ferocious monster. Uncle Willie got inside. He was now Uncle Willie, the ferocious monster. Look out, you pirates. The ferocious monster swam onto the boat. The pirates were terrified. They all ran into the cabin to hide. The ferocious monster closed the door behind them and locked it. The monster had captured the wicked pirates. Then the monster sailed back home. Auntie Pastry saw it from the dock. She was terrified. "There is a horrible monster coming," she cried. "He is even worse than the pirates." Uncle Willie landed and took off his monster suit, and everyone said, "Thank goodness it was only you." Sergeant Murphy took the pirates away to be punished. Well, Uncle Willie had made the seas safe to sail on again. Hooray for Uncle Willie, the ferocious monster! And they say, "You bad pie rats." And that's the end. Now let's sing a song, not about pie, but about hot cross buns. You ready? Hot cross buns, hot cross buns, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. Give them to your daughters, give them to your sons, 1 a penny, 2 a penny, hot cross buns. And now we are going to read the tale of the Highway Rat by Julia Donaldson. There he is. The highway rat was a baddie. The highway rat was a beast. He took what he wanted and ate what he took. His life was one long feast. His teeth were sharp and yellow. His manners were rough and rude. And the highway rat went riding, 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 riding along the highway and stealing the travelers' food. Here he goes. A rabbit came hopping along the road, then stopped with her paws in the air. For blocking her way was the highway rat, who cried out, "Who goes there?" "Give me your pastries and puddings, give me your chocolate and cake, for I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and whatever I want, I take." "I have no cakes," the rabbit replied. "I just have a bunch of clover." The highway rat gave a scornful look, but he ordered, "Hand it over." "This clover is bound to be tasteless. This clover is dull as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, and this clover belongs to me." A squirrel came bounding across the road, then stopped with a shake and a shiver. For reining his horse was the highway rat, who thundered, "Stand and deliver." "Give me your buns and your biscuits, give me your chocolate eclairs, for I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and the rat sheet thief never shares." "I have no buns," the squirrel replied. "I just have a sack of nuts." The robber snatched the sack and snarled, "I'll have no ifs or buts. These nuts are probably rotten. These nuts are as hard as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, and these nuts belong to me." Some ants came crawling along the road, then stopped with a somersault. For baring his teeth was the highway rat, who bellowed a deafening halt. "Give me your sweets and your lollies, give me your toffees and chews, for I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and nobody dares refuse." "We have no sweets," the ants replied. "We just have this nice green leaf." "Oh, no, you don't, not any more," declared the highway thief. "This leaf is nasty and bitter. This leaf is as thin as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, and this leaf belongs to me." With never a please or a thank you, the rat carried on in this way. Flies from a spider, milk from the cat. He once stole his horse's hay. The creatures who traveled the highway grew thinner and thinner and thinner, while the highway rat grew horribly fat from eating up everyone's dinner. A duck came waddling down the road, then stopped with a "How do you do?" "I see you have nothing," the rat complained. "In that case, I'll have to eat you. I doubt if you're terribly juicy. Most likely you're tough as can be. But I am the rat of the highway, the highway, the highway. Yes, I am the rat of the highway, and I fancy a duck for tea." "Hang on," quacked the duck, "for I have a sister with goodies you might prefer. I know that she'd love to meet you, and I'm certain that you'd like her. For in her cave, her deep dark cave, right at the top of the hill, are biscuits and buns aplenty, and there you may have your fill." "Lead on," cried the rat, and they took to the road, which seemed it would never end. Onwards they rode and upwards, bend after bend after bend. At last they came to a lonely cave, and the duck began to quack. She quacked, "Good evening, sister, sister, sister," and "Sister, sister, sister." A voice from the cave came back. "Do you have cakes and chocolates?" the highway robber cried. And "Chocolates, chocolates, chocolates," the voice from the cave replied. "I'm coming to take them," the rat thief yelled. His greedy eyes grew round, and "Take them, take them, take them," came back the welcome sound. The highway rat leapt off his horse. Into the cave he strode. The duck took hold of the horse's reins and galloped down the road. Faster and ever faster, following all the bends, the plucky young duck went riding, 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 galloping down the highway, back to her hungry friends. Then they shared out the food from the saddlebags and feasted all night long. Bright were the flashes of bonfire, loud was the music and song. Wild was the moonlight dancing, merry the cheer and chat, for now they could live in freedom, safe from the highway rat. And as for the rat in the echoey cave, he shouted and wandered till he found his way out of the darkness on the other side of the hill. A thinner and grayer and meeker rat, he robs on the road no more, for he landed a job in a cake shop, a cake shop, a cake shop, and they say he still works in the cake shop, sweeping the cake shop floor. And that is a very good job for a rat who loves cakes. And that is the end. And now it's time for us to say goodbye. Can we sing our goodbye song? Ready? Goodbye, goodbye, everyone. Story time was so much fun. We are done, but don't be blue. Next time we'll read something new. Goodbye, goodbye, everyone. Next time we'll have lots more fun. Goodbye.